finding coal and iron, gold and what can be found. Sooner or later creepers come my way. I never find that diamond anyway. So
hey everybody, I'm back finally. As you may or may not know, I was moving, and that's why we had another little hiatus, but it should be the last one, because now I'm in a much better situation. It's much more conducive to my free time and my entertainment and my good mood. So, anyway, I am back. So, as some of you already guessed, this was a terrible design for a mushroom farm because the flushing mechanism here, when a water hits a block that a mushroom is on, it hits it directly or vertically, it just destroys the mushroom. They're just gone. I did not know that, so this was all kind of a waste here. What you have to do is you have to build a lengthy mushroom farm so that you can have them growing on a long flat surface, and then you just have you know, mushrooms off to the side or whatever that provide the sort of the growth seed, and they never get touched by water, and then it doesn't matter that you have certain mushrooms that get destroyed, except from an efficiency point of view. So what I'm probably going to do is fill this in, take my pistons back, and think about doing this some other way, in a different place. It's much lengthier. So I'm going to get to that, and then we'll see what happens from there. Start tearing this all down. So I decided to build a ladder to bedrock, because if I'm going to stay in this spot, I'm going to need a mine to get supplies. I'm probably also going to build certain things underground. Might build a new dark room, maybe a bigger one, and I'm going to build a mushroom farm, which I might just combine with a darkroom trap. Kind of thinking about doing it that way because it seems to make some sense. So I'm going to go ahead and get to that, and I'm going to get this iron real quick. Alright, so at this point you're probably wondering what the heck I'm doing. What the deal is here, this is sort of a maintenance crawl space. And if I hop down here, this is my actual, this will be one of the platforms of my dark trap slash mushroom farm. And the concept here is I want to have a light system as well. I might not even need to do like a water flush system if this, well, no, I have to. I'll have to do a water flush system. But the point of this is that I can actually disable the darkroom by lighting it up. So I was thinking about having powered lights. Now initially I was thinking that I would use sticky pistons, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized that it would just be painful to do that. It's actually easier to make regular pistons than it would be to try to do this with sticky pistons, and I think I would still have to use 2 pistons even if I used sticky pistons. Meaning I was thinking I could use a sticky piston to move the glowstone back and forth, but if I don't cover the hole up, the light will still come through, so there won't really be an off. The light will never be off in the darkroom if I do that. So I'd have to have another piston anyway to put something over the hole to shut off light completely. So since it's cheaper and it's hard to come by slime balls and so forth, I figured this just makes a lot more sense. It's a lot more economical. Still not easy though. So if I go back into the maintenance area here, what I have to do to make this work is make one side turn on when the other side is off. It shouldn't be terribly hard. I think I just need an inverter or something so I can have the power on and just have to switch between two states. Right, so I want to have one side on and not the other. There we go. And then when it's in this state, that'll shut the light off downstairs. Right here. Yep. Perfectly dark except for this thing here, which is okay. Right, so I just need to set up the circuit that does the switching, which I'm not going to have a whole lot of room for. Wait a minute, something right here. I have a timing problem. Yes, one or both of them need to switch slowly. Whoops, there went my light. Let's put this back a step. Try timing that back a bit. Whoa, what the heck? Okay. The first one works. The rest do not. There we go. So I went and got some advice from Nakomi and Dutroid. We talked it out, and it ended up being that what I needed to fix this situation was a pulse emitter, because that gets us around the problem of conflicting pistons. So when you toggle, the one that's on prevents the other one from turning on because it's like happening instantaneously, and that little fraction of time when a piston is moving actually prevents the other one from moving. So they don't, I guess in reality, if this piston arm only took up the space that it was traveling, and it technically should mathematically work out. So if it's 2/3 of the way back, then you have 1/3 of room over here to move out, but it doesn't work that way. So it counts as one whole block when it's extended, even if it's retracting at the time, which causes this conflict. So that's why a simple toggle doesn't work. However, we have the pulse emitter, which is this guy here, and I have this little torch up here just for show. And what that shows you is when I flip the switch to this position, you see that it toggles that for just a second over there. And you can see that the light is moved back and forth the way that I originally intended. So with that circuit, I can make this all function as intended. Alright, so now this should work. There we go. So now I have a working light switch. I can turn lights on and off in that room down below. And all I have to do is have this emitter here. So that's the lighting function of one module. So for every module I'll have 3 light fixtures up above in the ceiling, and I'm hoping to design this such that each module can be independent and I only have to have one switch circuitry somewhere that connects them all and controls them all together. That way I can make a really huge dark room and switch all the lights on or off at my whim without having to go with multiple switches or do any traveling around. Alright, so I'm going to expand the module a little bit further to kind of start getting an idea of how this is all going to look. transferred the switch from here down below because I wanted to give you an idea of what this looks like, where it's actually happening. So I moved the switch here. You can see that the platforms are completely dark right now. When I flip the switch, bam, lights up platforms completely. Now of course there's some light spilling in there right now because of the hole here. I guess this torch is sending light in. As you can see, it works like a champ, and it lights the room up enough that no mobs should spawn in there when the lights are on. I also like how it looks like a warehouse lighting up when you flip the switch because of the length of time it takes to run down. That's going to look crazy when there's many modules all chained up together. So yeah, now I just have to replicate a few more platforms. I think I'm going to do like 4 or 6 and work out a couple other little details, like how I'm going to handle platform flushing and canal flow and things like that. So this will be interesting.
Talking about Minecraft, 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 talking about